Hey fellow Stock Guardians, happy Friday, August 6, 2021. I'm Hoda, Stock Card CEO, reporting to you from a mixed stock market. Today I covered how the employment report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and president remarks about the report affected the market indices. Then I looked at the future of two stocks in the energy drink market, Monster and Celsius. Finally, I investigated why both FireEye and Zynga stocks were down today. By the way, folks, yesterday's video had some voiceover challenges. Today, I fixed my microphone settings. Hopefully, you get an excellent sound quality today. The market indices ended the day mixed, with only the Nasdaq dropping slightly. The Dow Jones hit a record high today, boosted by the positive Bureau of Labor Statistics employment report. 943,000 jobs were added to non-farm payrolls in July, a great indicator of economic growth. However, President Biden warned that despite the great numbers, the threat of COVID's Delta variant is still growing by the day. Nevertheless, investors continue to push the market higher for the most parts. Before we dive into the winners and losers, let me thank you for being a Stock Guardian. Our team at StockCard appreciates you watching, listening to, and reading the Daily Roll episodes. And more importantly, we thank you for using the StockCard platform in your research. Thank you for being a Stock Guardian. If you aren't a user yet, I'd like to invite you to try now. First, hit the like button, subscribe to the show, and then create a free account on stockcard.io. Thanks for becoming a new Stock Guardian. Monster Beverage, ticker MNST, is a leader in the energy drink industry. I noticed that its stock was up over 5% today after a positive earnings report. The company hit a record with net sales increasing by 33.6%, and earnings per share were also up 28.6%. It has maintained upward trends in sales and profitability despite supply chain issues and the rising cost of aluminum, which management referred to in the earnings report. The company has a distribution deal with Coca-Cola, ticker KO, and several energy drinks brands. The benefit of its product variety and strategy partnerships are shown by the all green ratings we see on the operations sections of its stock card. It also has no concern over debt, with great earnings ratio compared to any short or long-term debt. Monster's performance is good for its investors, of course, but is showing great signs for another stock's investors. Celsius, ticker CELH, is another company growing in the energy drink and beverages space that has been a darling of the investment community on Twitter. The growth we have seen with Monster proves that there is still plenty of room left in the market for Celsius to grow. Looking at the company's stock card, much like Monster, Celsius has solid foundation for growth with no debt worries. Sales growth is trending upwards strongly, and earnings per share are solid. Scrolling further down to past investment return, it appears you would be a happy camper if you had invested in this company during the last few years. Celsius is growing steadily and isn't showing any signs of stopping. It also differentiates itself from many other energy drink brands by its no preservatives, vegan, soy, gluten, and sugar-free line of products. This is a great investment, hitting the sweet spot between the demand for energy drinks and healthy alternatives. I'm going to keep a close eye on it as I consider adding some shares to my portfolios. I know a few of the portfolio publishers and StockCard partners already own and have picked Celsius in the past. If you were a follower of their portfolios, you would have received a notification when they picked the stock. Cybersecurity company FireEye, ticker FEYE, dropped today after an unimpressive second quarter earnings report yesterday. The company acknowledged that the sale of FireEye products for $1.2 billion to Symphony Technology, ticker STG, in June impacted revenue significantly. Despite the increasing need for cybersecurity in nearly every industry, the growth wasn't as impressive for FireEye. If you are not impressed by FireEye like me, it's worth your time to take a look at the cybersecurity list of stocks on StockCard by typing cybersecurity in the search bar. The next loser of the day is Zynga, ticker ZNGA, who forecasted a decrease in mobile gaming and landed on a StockCard's losers list today with an 18% drop. The mobile video game company Zynga released its earnings report yesterday, detailing a record cash flow, 11% higher than last year's second quarter. During the conference call, the CEO admitted that sales had declined towards the end of the quarter as people got out of their houses. This is expected to impact future revenue, and the forecast was updated to reflect that. This is a trend we should be seeing from many entertainment and gaming companies as people go back to normal, and that may mean some market overreaction to your favorite stocks. So keep an eye on your entertainment stocks and hold on tight. There might be great opportunities to buy stocks at a better price. Folks, yesterday I told you about this and I'm going to repeat again. Two of my favorite stock market analysts and diligent stock researchers, Brian Feroldi and Brian Stoffel, have joined the community of StockCard portfolio publishers. Yesterday, both Brian hopped on a live stream to analyze the stock and highlight some useful features of StockCard. Their mission is to spread the knowledge people need for financial wellness. That mission lines up with our goals at StockCard quite well. I highly recommend visiting the Stock Picks page and look up Brian Feroldi and Brian Stoffel and their portfolios live on our website. Brian Feroldi runs two portfolios, a quality checklist portfolio and an interesting anti-portfolio, which consists of stocks he reviews but doesn't think quite stack up. Brian Stoffel also has two portfolios, the fragile portfolio and the anti-fragile portfolio. You can always find our partner investors' portfolios by searching their names on the left-hand side of the Stock Picks page. Don't forget to follow these 4 new portfolios on StockCard to get notified of their future additions. That's it for today. If you haven't already done so, please give StockCard a try. Research as many stocks and ETFs as you want, and consider following a few successful investors like Brian Feroldi and Brian Stoffel by visiting the Stock Picks page on the StockCard platform. Don't forget to sign up for a 14-day free trial with promo code ROLLWITHOURCEO, all lowercase and in one word. And like, subscribe, and share these daily market recap reports with your friends, family, and fellow investors. Come back next week for the next episode of the Daily Market Recap. I'll see you then.